I actually created a video a couple days ago, about a week ago, called PSA marketing. And this is something that I've been talking about for a long time, because there's a lot of lawyers that don't necessarily have a lot of cash coming in right now. And they think, well, I can't, people aren't searching in Google, and I don't really have a lot of money, or I don't want to spend a lot of money on advertising right now. So what do I do? So PSA marketing is really along that exact line. What you can do is you can kind of use your friends and family to help you promote your law firm. And this is something that I call PSA marketing, because the content that you create that you can put out on your own social media profile, like your personal page, if you put it out like it's a PSA type thing, where basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to just be helpful and just provide information, then what ends up happening is people will end up looking at your content and they'll be like, wow, that's really great information, and they'll share it. So you kind of avoid what I call the Cutco effect. And the Cutco effect, I call it Cutco because when I was in college, I don't know who here remembers public service announcement. Yeah. It's basically like public service announcement. Like you're making a public service announcement, because there's so much bad information out there right now. Nobody knows what to believe. I mean, whether it's from, there's so many different things on Facebook right now that nobody knows what to believe. So I say, if you create content that's kind of like a public service announcement, where you say, hey guys, I'm an attorney. I've seen a lot of bad information out there, and I want to set the record straight. If you are going through it, if you have a child custody agreement, like for example, if you're a family law attorney, you say, if you have a child custody agreement, there's a lot of times these things depend on school schedules. Well, school's not in right now. So what do you do? Well, you can do, here's the truth about what can actually happen. And here are some of your options. And basically you give really good options, just like you are actually giving somebody, like somebody that was a consultation, or you can tell them you could do this, or you could do this, or you could do this, or you could do this. And, obviously, honestly, right now we're going to have to compromise because everything's crazy right now. And then what you can do is you can say, so if you know anybody that has a child custody issue going on right now, tag them in this video or share this so that they see it. And what'll end up happening, and then at the end of the video, like, don't say anything like, call me today for a free consultation. What you want to do is you want to talk to the camera like you're talking to a friend. And then what you can do is you can say at the end of the video that call to action should be something like, if you have any questions, just shoot me a direct message or give me a call. Here's my phone number. And Nick, you can talk about how you can handle the phone calls a little bit also. But if you just try to be helpful and try to provide really good information, because right now you have to remember, people are scared. That's the biggest thing that you have to remember right now, is people are scared and they don't know what to believe, because there's so much bad information out there. There's so much blatantly wrong information. And even what's on the news is wrong. I'm not going to get political, but I know even recently there was something going around where people were like, if you hold your breath for 10 seconds, you can tell if you have coronavirus. And they were reporting that, like, reporters were on the news reporting this, and it's total BS. It's not correct. You know what I mean? So if you can figure out okay, who are the people that I'm trying to serve? Who are my potential clients, right? And what are the exact problems that they have? What are the specific problems that they have right now? And literally take out a piece of paper and write every single problem that they have down. And then basically you can write down you can say what the misconception is, or maybe what the thing that they don't understand is. And then you can create a video, and literally, this is all you need, your phone. Just use your cell phone, record a quick 2 or 3 minute video, share it on your personal Facebook page. And as long as that video is helpful and is not like a blatant sales pitch, then you'll avoid what I was calling the Cutco effect before, which is basically anyone that has ever gone to college probably was approached by Cutco salesmen. And Cutco, I don't know if you remember, they have those knives and the scissors that can cut pennies and all that stuff. And basically with Cutco, I'm pretty sure that their business model is just finding people that are willing to go and try to buy a set of knives and then sell that set of knives to their next door neighbor and their aunt and uncle and maybe their parents. And then they just get out of the business. So the Cutco knife is basically, the Cutco effect is where basically you're trying to just, pawn your services off, or you're trying to just sell your services to your close friends and family. And everybody wants to avoid that just because of the fact that it's awkward. Nobody really wants to do that. You know what I mean? And honestly, you would hope that if somebody, a friend or family member or something like that, you would hope that if they have a problem, they're going to come to you anyway. And, you're not going to have to advertise for them. But you can get them, as long as it's really good information, they will share that content. And we're having all of our clients do that right now. And it's working really, really well. We had a client, actually last Monday, we told a client, he's a criminal defense attorney. And he's actually one of our agency clients. I was like, listen, you need to, start recording these videos. I think he did like 3 or 4 videos, and he already got a client by Thursday. He'd already gotten a new client. And this is in an industry where people are like, yeah, nobody's driving, nobody's getting arrested or things like that, so it's definitely there. You just have to approach it in a different way. And all you have to do is provide value. That's the biggest thing you can do, is just provide as much value as possible, and people will find you. Do you have anything to add on that, Nick, like in terms of like what they can do?
Yeah, I want to piggyback on that actually. A big thing that one of my colleagues and I have been working on is establishing expertise. We try to get our clients to become the source of information. So kind of what I was saying before, where, maybe you send out an email to your customer saying, this is where you can get these loans that the government is providing. Here's some information on, your relief check, when you can expect that. And just be kind of proactive in, obviously you want to fact check everything, because there's a lot of like false narratives going on around there. I know you were mentioning that, Andy. But as long as it comes from a .gov website or maybe the CDC, and just kind of keep people up to speed on what's going on, what they can expect. I know I get a lot of my customers' emails just by nature of working with them. And I got, somebody sent me a calculator for how much of a check I can expect to receive from the relief. So, I mean, that's another good example for like employment, bankruptcy attorneys, right? That's what mainly we're focused on right now, is because those are the people seeing a surge in business. Is send out to your clients the calculator for how much they can expect to receive a relief check for. And
yeah, that's true. Yeah. And another good thing is the counterpoint is, here sometimes when you might not want a relief check, because that's another way to kind of get people's attention. Because right now, like ever since that bill came out, I've seen probably, 30 or 40 different articles and things about how, here's the bill broken down and how it affects your business and how to apply to it and all that type of stuff. So if you can kind of take the counterpoint, sometimes that's enough to get people to, especially if you can bring up questions that maybe like your ideal clients would kind of maybe apply to some of your ideal clients, then, you can actually start those conversations with, hey, do you have any questions? If you're a business attorney, hey, do you have any questions about, if you should actually even take the check? I know for my business, for example, we're not going to go, we looked at everything and we're not actually going to take one. We're not going to apply for anything, so it's not right for everyone. And a lot of people don't realize that. The other thing is like, talking about if it's right for your family, or if you qualify, or like if you're a tax attorney or a bankruptcy attorney or different things like that, like, or a business attorney, what are the different, ways, like creative ways that you can qualify if maybe you don't think you qualify right away. So there's just so much stuff that you could do.